everybody. Welcome to Surviving Sin City. I'm your host, Tiffany Nielsen, and I've got with me Ninon Devere de Rosa. How are you, Ninon?
I am absolutely awesome. I love this program you have today.
I know, we even have a band today. Thank you so much to the Dirty Fox and the Jinxie Bear.
Dirty Fox, actually. Dirty Fox is pretty cool, isn't he?
I know, he's great. We interviewed him on the red carpet, remember?
I remember him. How could you forget?
And so today we're going to be talking about what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So Ninon, what do you think of that term?
I actually like it, but when did this start, stays in Vegas? Because everybody talks about Vegas, so I don't know how it stays in Vegas.
I think it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I looked at the history of it actually, and there's no certain date that it came about, but there was a movie about it in 2008 with Cameron Diaz.
2008, but I think it's really back much further than that, I believe, but I'm not sure. But it's always been kind of that. And I've often wondered, now what do we want to stay in Vegas?
Well, I have
What
a
is
feeling
it?
that, in my personal opinion, the number one thing that would stay in Vegas is your money. Because
Come and
they
bring your
do call
money.
it lost wages for a reason, right?
Yeah. But then you get a lot for the buck here. Even if you lose the money, there's so much entertainment here and so much to do here that kind of it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it. Worth every penny, right?
Well, I think so. But this town, there is no other place in the entire world like Las Vegas Boulevard.
It's actually the most iconic road in the entire world.
It is. You can have anything you want here. You can do anything you want here, and that's why they call stays in Vegas.
And it's actually the only road that you can see from space.
Is it?
Well, the Luxor, come on.
You're right. So what do you think about what should stay in Vegas and what shouldn't stay in Vegas?
Well, I kind of feel that I understand the city's, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas mentality, where it's Las Vegas because people come here to do things that maybe they don't want to do in their regular life. And it's a little escape for them to a different reality,
So it sounds like you're talking about your fantasy is definitely in Vegas. And I think it used to be like, for men only. Now it's men and women. I think it's men and women that can actually do what they want to do. Before it was kind of a man's thing, but now it's not. It's kind of a woman's thing as well. Whatever she wants to do, she can do. Whatever party you want, whatever you want to do, you can do it here. And I believe, I come from Europe, obviously, and I think it's a great outlet for people out there that just have these fantasies and they just need to do what they need to do, and the whole world doesn't have to know what it is.
Well, I think to be completely honest about it, you've got all these people that come visiting for conventions or whatever other business-related reason, and they like to partake in the nightclubs and all the other, activities that go along with living in Las Vegas and coming to Las Vegas. And so maybe they don't want it going back out to the people back home.
Well, absolutely.
What they're up to.
But they do have different nightclubs. You've got your nightclubs that are sort of, you may not want to sort of be out there, but then you've also got your fabulous nightclubs that you can talk about and say the great time you've had there.
Now at the same time, you've got some corporate level, executives that maybe they can't say that they were in a nightclub, or they would rather not say.
And another thing about it, I think Vegas is becoming, I think a lot more people are coming into Vegas. It's like we've got David Tupaz, which we're shooting out of that studio.
Thank you so much, David Tupaz and David Tupaz.
But David has brought in a fashion thing, so there's a lot of stuff coming into Vegas. He is like the fashion icon of Las Vegas. He's like, he has the Fashion Friday, and he has all this stuff bringing this stuff into it. So it's not only sort of, what goes on stays in Vegas. There's other things that are going on in Vegas, which I think is really quite beautiful.
You can take some of it home, a souvenir perhaps? No.
You can take home whatever you want.
Well, you actually had spoken for a second about women, and it's becoming more of a attraction for women to come here and visit. And they're actually putting in 2 of the world's largest hair spas here.
What's a hair spa?
It's like a beauty spa, but it's the world's largest. Paul Chosey, I know you love
Yes,
Paul.
yes, of course.
He was actually telling me about it, and it's the world's largest, and it's going to be a new trend for sure.
So, because I know there's a lot of women now wearing wigs and wearing hairpieces, and in my day, you really tried to hide out having a hairpiece or a wig. Now everybody's doing that. Everybody's adding to their hair. They're adding their eyelashes. They're adding. A woman is really coming out. She's got the high heels on. She's got the short dresses. She's really becoming an icon. She's becoming. I think women are becoming very comfortable with themselves.
Definitely.
Especially in Vegas.
Definitely.
And I think they're just feeling that they can really, without being criticized anymore, they can actually do what they want to do. And, and then new stuff coming out. And and not feeling bad about it, because it's before we're always, if we do something, oh, we shouldn't be doing that, or we shouldn't be doing this. And
I think
we
it's always
lost
been
that.
a place where you dress up, though. If you come to Vegas, you need a new wardrobe to go. I know even when
Yeah, but it's
I
getting
was
more
in,
sparkly. It's getting the lovely earrings, and
what's wrong with some sparkles?
I think it's fabulous. Oh, I love it. I think it's absolutely wonderful that a woman. There's a woman I was out with. Well, we were at an event, and she had a diamonds around her. She had diamonds. Her great big earrings. She had a great big thing over her hand, and she had diamonds everywhere.
Regina?
Regina.
I know you're watching, Regina Moyer.
I asked her how and why, and she said, well, I just like doing this. I like to be me, and I find in Vegas I can be me without people watching.
I think it's true.
And that's very true, because if she dressed like that in Oklahoma, I don't quite know what would happen.
No, it is a very accepting city with all
With women.
fashions and with women. And I know guys have to wear pants to the club even on these like 100+ degree days. They've got to sweat it out like the guide says, right?
Yeah, I think so. But did you not write a book on surviving in Sin
Of
City?
course I did. Sin City Survival Guide.
How's that going?
It's going great. Actually, I talk about what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas in there too.
Yeah, but I believe in the book she also talks about things that you have to be careful of in Vegas, don't you?
There's a lot of things to be careful of. I mean,
Well, that's in any city, then.
number one, just like I said, you're gonna leave your money here, so you better, budget wisely and make sure that you don't spend too much.
Yeah, well, don't we all spend too much? I think we do.
I don't know. I guess there are still some people that are, pretty good with their finances.
Pretty tight on the purse holes.
Yes, absolutely.
So what about the fashion here? Is it big fashion? What's going on with the fashion?
Well, I think fashion's big here, but I also think another thing that's coming to Las Vegas is technology.
Wow.
Because not only because of the technology I'm, beginning, but because we're also becoming called the Silicon Strip because of all of the development with Zappos and the downtown projects.
Well, Zappos and downtown Vegas has completely changed. I mean, it's just amazing what's gone on down there. I don't want to turn around and say they've cleaned it up, because I don't like, the poor homeless. There's a lot of homeless here. We know why they're homeless, because unfortunately they gamble on the drugs and the whole bit. They become this. But they're even trying to take care of the homeless now. In downtown, they have definitely done that.
Yeah, I actually volunteered for Build a Greener Block and helped paint a whole portion of...
Build a greener block. Build a greener block. What is that?
It was a nonprofit project where they were cleaning up the downtown area right off Charleston. So I went down and volunteered and set up a dog park for the weekend, and it was good.
Because they've got to live too. They're people too. And I think
And this
Zappos
weekend
has
is
been great.
First Friday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you have to check it out. Have you been?
I haven't been to First Friday. No, I haven't been to Second Friday or Third Friday, but I come to Fourth Friday here because it's Fashion Friday, right?
Yes. Well, I'm taking the golf cart. You may have to come for a spin.
I'll definitely. But I really love what they're doing downtown Vegas.
Yes.
They're really cleaning it up, and it's really looking really, really good.
Nina, do you have any events before we cut to a quick
Do
break?
I have an event? I have an event. Actually, I'm doing a red carpet for Rebecca, a young lady here who actually is a producer, and she does a lot of film work. Her daughter is 18, and she happens to be English, and I'm doing a red carpet for her. She's got about 150 people, and she wants me to do it in an hour. So I said, I can't interview 150 people in an hour, so give me a little longer.
Everybody
But
say
that's
hi.
fun.
Hi.
Oh, no, she wants to give a little message, because she wants her to see this in 40 years' time of what happened on her 18th birthday. So I've got to make it a little exciting. So I've got that coming. I've got a lot of things coming up, actually. And I also have a new program coming out. It's called Need on Live. So that's
Awesome.
a new program coming out, Need on Live, and that's going to be all over.
Awesome.
Red Carpet Plus.
All right, well, thank you, Nina. I'm going to cut to a quick break, and we'll be back in a second with Renee and Jessica Poole talking about antiques. So stay tuned. All right, and we're back. You're watching Surviving Sin City. I'm your host, Tiffany Nielsen, and we've got Renee and Jessica Poole here. How are you guys?
Good, thank you for having us.
No problem. We actually came out and filmed your antique ball this week, right?
Yes you did.
Not just antiques, right?
Not just antiques, on Western Avenue.
Oh, okay, on Western Avenue. So where is that just about?
It's in the old part of Las Vegas, the industrial old, right before downtown.
Just right outside of like the Arts District.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Near the strip clubs and things that you were talking about.
Yes.
Oh, I think I was talking more about nightclubs, but that's okay. The strip clubs go right along with that. If, we're like,
That kind of stuff stays here.
Well, yeah, that's the
stuff
kind of
that
stuff that stays
stays
here.
here.
Yeah. And so I figured, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactly.
Antiques. What a better topic for you guys than that. So, can you tell me a little bit about what made you start the antique mall or gave you the idea?
Sure. I'm an estate liquidator,
Okay.
which means that I actually go into people's homes, and after someone passes, and we sell everything that's in the home. So we sell the pots and the pans and the antiques and the sheets and the towels, and it's become, a very popular sport now. Everybody loves to go thrifting or antiquing.
I've seen the storage wars, where they do the
Exactly.
storage wars.
Yeah,
That's always
so
looks like a big job once you would get in there and actually start going through what somebody's left behind. You don't really know if there's going to be something crawl out of it or.
it happens. We found
We found false teeth.
False
we
teeth.
found the things that you wouldn't want to speak of, probably on a show.
We'll leave
the
those
things
in
that
Vegas.
stay in Vegas.
That will definitely stay in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you actually have a really cool collection there called the Red Skeleton. Is that correct?
Yes, we have dozens of his prints.
Can you tell us a little bit about? Well, tell them anyway. I'm kind of informed, but.
Well, Red Skeleton was a comedian many years ago, and he was very, very popular in my time. And the younger people aren't that familiar with him, but if you're into comedy or the arts, then you know who he is. And we actually have an entire collection of his prints, and he became an artist and started doing caricatures of himself.
So basically, yeah, all of his prints or his art is basically him, but he's a hobo or a clown, and he's got this red hair. And I actually didn't know who he was because I'm of our little bit younger generation. So my mom comes and she's like, they've got this huge collection of red, and I thought she was, I shouldn't admit it, but I thought she was saying skeleton. So I'm going, no, we have red skeleton, It's red skeleton.
Like bones, skeleton.
Right, and so I learned something new, and they're actually really cool. I actually am thinking I want to buy one because you wouldn't think that this picture of this hobo clown thing is cool, but it's actually really, really cool. And then he had different characters, so all of his different pictures are of his different characters. So it's
cool.
quite interesting.
I'm sure Lenny Windsor would know who he is because Lenny's a huge comedy person. He's wrote for the Benny Hill Show. He's always on here, so
Definitely.
Absolutely.
he would definitely know who it is.
Absolutely, he would know.
Do you ever have Cambridge glass in there?
We do.
That's actually made in my hometown, and
Is
my
it?
parents are huge antiquers, and they collected Cambridge glass. So
That's something that the young people wouldn't necessarily know unless you're from your area. You wouldn't know that either. It seems that the kids aren't so particular about what they collect. They just like what they like, where before it was entire collections of things, like the Cambridge glass, everybody would want to add to that, or Fenton Glass or other glass companies that are around.
right. Yeah, I actually was a collector of Jolly Green Giant Sprout and the Pillsbury Doughboy. So I've got a whole bunch of that stuff still that I have to go through at my grandma's house.
Yeah, and
Get some of that.
yeah, and we do, and that's starting to become worth more again because it's supply and demand.
All right.
So the kids aren't buying the real antiques, which means they're going down in value because we're getting more and more in the marketplace, and your Green Giants and things from and Gem dolls and things from her generation,
love Gem.
yeah, are going up in
What about Happy Holidays Barbies? I have some of those in the box.
Depends on the year.
Yeah,
All right.
there's only a few that are still worth money.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been in 25 years.
And so over the past 25 years, what are some of the trends besides the ones that you just mentioned that maybe you've seen progress?
It's changed. And it also depends on where you live. On the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest. But we've gone from Victorian, people loving Victorian furniture, and where you could get thousands of dollars for it, and that trend has kind of gone away. And now it's retro and modern.
Retro, modern, repurposed. A lot of people like to repurpose, so sometimes they'll even buy that vintage piece or that antique piece that maybe isn't as good as condition, and they'll try to find a good deal, and then they'll repurpose it. So they'll paint it and they'll redo it.
Which was really hard for me
Yeah.
initially.
So
To know that they're gonna change
yeah,
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
because that.
I'd rather see them with a solid piece of furniture. And actually, I did it years ago with a dresser my parents had. And in those days, you bought these little staining kits, and I made it some awful blue-green color, and I thought it was phenomenal. And then 15 years later, I had it all removed. So at least the furniture lives on this way.
Yeah, it's better than it getting tossed.
Yeah,
At least
and
it gets a new
trashed.
home.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned the Victorian. Well, maybe the whole steampunk rise would give light to raising its value. I know the Sin City steampunk dolls, which I perform with, or I'm training to perform with anyway. But
Really?
yes, it's difficult, especially with my time schedule to learn all the dances. But they're a great group, and it's all Victorian sci-fi. So
Yeah.
they kind of have that whole Victorian look. Maybe we could.
Yeah, they have the look, but not necessarily the furniture.
Well, you know, they have to have backdrops. They have to live somewhere. I don't know.
To have a performance at the store.
Yeah.
So what is the most valuable thing that you've seen come into your antique mall?
Probably art of different forms. We've had sculptures, and we've sold some art collections for tens of thousands of dollars.
We had a table once.
And we had an amazing table.
And it was actually underneath of it was a glass top table, and the bottom of it was a sculpture. It was an underwater themed sculpture, and it was metal, and it was just, I mean, it would be the
And
centerpiece of the room.
the chairs were sculpted to make to look like netting. And
Oh,
yeah,
it was
so,
cool.
So
Very
yeah.
cool.
And we've done some really cool, famous like estates and.
What about a really cool story? Because I know with antiques, there's usually a good story with antiques.
Well, besides the teeth, we sell. We've had penis bones or walrus bones.
Yeah, that's right. It was a walrus.
Walrus penis bones.
Well, whatever pops up, I don't know.
And those are very interesting. And it's and the people and it's the people who have had those are very passionate about them for some reason.
You'd think they were a dick.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. What about a survival tip for antiques?
I think refurbishing them, just keeping them alive and not sending them to the trash.
One man's trash is another person's treasure, right?
Absolutely.
What about you? Do you have one, Jessica?
That's a good one, but and also just when you're out there, kind of use your own judgment. A lot of people will say, well, someone told me this or someone told me that, and it's not always true. So you have to be careful. What your
Appraisals, maybe?
Yeah, you have to be careful who told you what, and really use your own knowledge when you're buying something or selling something. So you got to be careful.
Price
Be
check,
careful.
maybe go online.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Do some,
And it's so
investigating
easy.
before you purchase.
And it's so
Definitely.
easy nowadays.
And then if
Yeah.
they want some more information or they want to come into the store, where would they go?
They would go to Not Just Antique Smart at 1422 Western Avenue, 89102.
All right. And do you have a website?
We do, www.notjustantiquesmart.com.
NotJustAntiqueSmart.com. All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
All right, and we'll be back in just a second with Thor Steiger and Mark D talking about their DJ careers, and Michael Scaler after that with a 0 Point event called Meow. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? And we're back, Surviving Sin City. And now we've got Mark D and Thor Steiger, some local DJs. How are you guys doing?
What's up, Tiffany? Good.
Well, amazing, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm great. Well, I actually maybe spoke too soon on your, location, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So maybe you partly live here now. I don't know.
Right.
So, Mark, you're from Chicago?
I am. Recently just moved to Las Vegas. I've been here officially for 1 month now. So
All right, so I
loving
didn't
it.
speak
It's
too
great.
soon. 1 month in. All
1
right.
month in.
What do you think?
So far, so good.
You're
I love
surviving?
I'm surviving Sin City. Definitely surviving Sin City. And yeah, I love Vegas. Everything about it. I'm really happy I made the move out here.
Yeah, we all are, actually.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I know Thor here had something to do with that.
Yeah, we had a club that a contract ran out on, and I brought him out here once a month, and it was a fun time. Now we stepped up to the plate and we've got some other stuff going on, so
Yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome. I know you had I had the privilege of having you play at my birthday party, I should say, rather. That was excellent. Both of you, actually. Thor did a whole 3-day
DJ Marathon.
DJ marathon. You have to have DJ stamina for that, Thor.
That wasn't the first time either.
Well, I know you've played it for a lot of my events, and
Yes.
they've lasted for quite a while. But
Yes.
it's like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. People just don't want to leave, you know?
Absolutely.
So, what do you guys have on your agenda? Do you have any upcoming events? I know Thor does.
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
On March 13th, maybe?
March 13th, we have, Yost Theater in Anaheim. I'm really excited about that. I'm headlining, and it's my first real headline.
A
And,
social house mafia party with
yes.
Bradley Bierzak, so.
Yes, Bradley Bierzak and a host of others. We also have Brett Stockton. He's going to be headlining with me. He makes a lot of tracks. We work together, and it's just it's the best way I can think of to show off the new album that got coming out April 7th, and CD actually comes out tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. So
All
for
right.
my special people, I made sure I had CDs for nostalgic reasons. I know nobody does use CDs anymore, but
And what is the
everybody
name of
wants
your
the first
label
one.
that you're working
It's
with?
Twisted Energy.
Oh, so that's the name of the album.
Yes, Twisted Energy is the name of the album. Reason being is, well, first off, it's a big room. It's a house, and from one end of the spectrum to the other, you're gonna have progressive soft big room all the way down to techno big room. So, and one of the songs we created on your birthday and played all
It's
weekend.
the anthem.
Yes, called "Release Yourself." So I'm really excited about this.
So it's not your average techno, it's
No.
techno with a twist.
No,
right?
no. This has something for everybody in it, and every single song is built to make you dance.
And I know we had a meeting earlier this week with
Yes, we
De
did.
Niro, and he's
Yes, we
working
did.
on things for you. What's the name of
Yes,
this
Royal
label?
Empire Entertainment.
Royal
what we're
Empire
releasing on.
Entertainment.
And yes, they have done a lot of things already. I'm really excited about.
Where can they buy the album?
Well, first off, you can go to thorsteiger.com. Here in the next week, it's going to be finished. Anyway, but you can get a CD from me right now. Get a hold of me on Facebook, Thor Steiger, and I'll get you a signed copy. How's that? And yeah.
Awesome. So what about you, Mark? What do you have going on?
Well, I just kicked off my Sunday night residency at Fizz, which is
Oh,
located
cool.
inside of Caesar's Palace. So I'm there every Sunday night right now. I'm really happy to be there. It's a really beautiful venue. Elton John owns it.
I love it.
So-
I was actually there for Trey Johnson's birthday not too
Yeah.
long ago with Brad Damon. These guys are awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. We have Omnia opening up in the next week. So
I know, I saw it was
planning-
10 days yesterday, so we're on the 9-day count, I
Yeah.
think now.
one more week before Omnia opens, which Fizz is located right next door to Omnia. So, Fizz, we're planning on expecting a lot of traffic coming through our bar because of Omnia. Omnia is the new hotspot here in Las Vegas. So,
And Omnia's going to be open on Sundays?
Omnia will be open on Sundays. So,
Well, that's convenient.
gonna be very convenient for me. I start my gig at 8 p.m. every Sunday. We go till 12. So it's definitely gonna be the spot that everybody's gonna be hitting up before they go inside of Omnia.
And
Which
also,
And what kind of music are you going to be playing? Is it the Chicago style house?
I'm playing a lot of the music I was playing back in Chicago, so Chicago house, as well as
JJ Flores is a really good friend of mine, so
a really good friend
big
of mine
fan
too.
of Chicago house.
A really good friend of JJ. But yeah, I'm
Steve
playing
Stevens.
a mixture
Yes,
of
Steve
different types of EDM music, dance music. I'm throwing in some disco in there, just music to keep the whole crowd entertained. So yeah, I'm really excited, looking forward to to this residency, and
it's also part of my new management crew that I got.
I'm also helping
Yes.
managing Thor.
Well, you
so-
said you had strep throat earlier in the week, so I said, you can
Yeah,
stay home for the meeting, Mark D. It's fine if you miss that one.
He's much better today.
Yeah, I'm recovering from being sick, so.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm not sick anymore. And then I got my pool party residency that's gonna start in May, which I'm gonna be announcing on Facebook soon. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, so. But I have.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so well, I guess people
Alright,
from
gets
everywhere
on
else are watching.
Right, but yeah,
Facebook.
I'm excited about that as well. I got a pool party residency that I'll be starting in May. It's gonna last for summer 2015. So
Wow.
All right.
exciting stuff.
So what about a DJ survival tip, guys? What do you guys have for a DJ survival tip, Mark?
I would say to all the upcoming DJs out there, DJ survival tip would be to stay on top of your game, stay on top of your music. Do not get behind on music. Definitely keep up with the latest DJs and producers, everything that they're putting out, and be kind to everybody. Be nice to everyone. Don't
No
talk,
DJ wars. You don't have to
Don't have any
pick
DJ
her.
wars. Don't talk bad about people, and yeah, you will definitely survive the DJ life.
Awesome. What about you, Thor?
Well, first off, always have a smile on your face.
Don't drive your smile.
Don't drop your smile, because I'll figure out how to pick it up.
Oh, Miss Tiffany, your smile. Oh, I know.
Yes, ma'am, it always works.
It does work.
The biggest thing is, have a goal, make a plan, work a plan, and go. But always have a positive attitude. You can't there's a lot of other things in this world that can stop you, but you got to be focused. You can't give up. Whatever your dream is,
Follow your dreams.
When I got into this town, I was an ATM salesman. And I
didn't know
decided,
that.
oh yeah, I was the number one back in '09 in the country, actually. But I decided, you know what? I'm done with this. I love music. I want to be a part of it, and I'm gonna make it 5 years. I'm going on 5th year now. I have an album coming out. I'm headlining clubs now, and I make my own music.
I remember the days when I was encouraging you to get
Yes,
into
ma'am.
DJing.
It was awesome.
Oh gosh, I've been here for a while now, I guess.
Just the right amount of perfect time.
And one thing that you do a great job at, Thor, is playing to the crowd.
Yeah, I was gonna say, always find the most beautiful woman in the entire building. Watch what she's moving to, because they're gonna follow suit.
That's why I always like your music.
Hey, I'm bald, not really stupid. I cut all the hair off to, get away from the thinking pattern interruptions.
Well, what are you guys doing this weekend? Are you going to go check out Michael Scaler's event?
Yes, gonna have to do that.
You should. 0 Point. That's really cool.
Yes.
I went to the last one. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual,
Yes.
enlightening
I need to be
event.
awakened. I have energy that needs to be released. It's kind of twisted.
All right. Well, twist and shout or whatever you got to
Twisted
do.
energy.
But where can they find out more information about you, Mark?
Go on my website, www.djmarkd.com. It's MARC. I spell my name Mark with a C. So markd.com.
Thor Steiger, Facebook, THORSTEIGER, or at Steiger Sounds for Twitter, with a Z, not S.
All right. Well, we'll be back in just a minute with Michael Scaler, so stay tuned. All right, and we're back. You're watching Surviving Sin City, and now I've got Mr. Michael Scaler here. How are you?
Aloha, I'm doing great. It's gonna be a really fun weekend. We've got some really cool things planned.
And you brought your sister,
This is Mela.
Mela. And I couldn't tell if it was your pet or your sister. No, I'm just kidding. No, she looks great. You're so cute. I love that you brought me ears too. Of
We
course.
gotta caterify everyone.
Yes. No. And I'll keep the claws away.
Not jungle.
Yes. So what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and maybe that goes along with your events. In which way would you say, Michael? What is it that people never want to leave? I know I had that.
I mean, we will have to kick the cats out at some point, but yeah, we are aiming to please everyone and make them very comfortable and happy in a lot of different cool ways. A lot I can't really talk about because it's way too cool and I might break the internet.
I would say more so that your events kind of give something people that they can take with them afterwards, rather than just keep it in Vegas, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, 0 Point is set up as a kind of a social experiment and where we're trying to bring the community together in a lot of different ways. Our outdoor events are very spiritual. We try and give people take-home knowledge of ways to better themselves and the people around them. 0 Point Meow is our first annual and our first indoor event. And it's mostly just everyone come, have fun, and dress up like a cat, get furry, get your ears on, some whiskers.
Furry boot covers, maybe.
Anything furry, anything animal-like, anything cat-like, expressing yourself and just being fun. So we're moving a little bit away from the whole spiritual concept while still maintaining a lot of that integrity, and we'll have the energy enhancement system, which will provide a clean energy to the party. But it's mostly, we just really wanted to have fun this time. Like we're not doing any presentations. We'll have Dr. Sandra Rose Michael do a kahuna chant at some point and bless the party. And I'm not saying at what time, but magically she'll just appear, do a cool blessing for the whole party, and everyone will be like this.
That's kind
And
of
no
how I
Thunder
was
City.
when I saw it. It was
Yeah.
just beautiful. It really was.
We really like to try and bring like a shock factor to our events where you don't know what's going to happen. It's not like you know you go to a club and you're like I'm gonna drink, I'm party, dance. There's a DJ. Like we try to throw things into the mix that you wouldn't expect, including shamans showing up and blessing the event, or just having spiritual gurus there who hold a really cool energetic vibe for the party, so that everyone has the best experience possible. Because when you have really strong energetic presences at an event, it helps everyone. And that's the whole thing with Zero Point, is to create a safe space energetically, physically, atmospherically, where you leave and you go, that was so, I don't know what to put my finger on. Like there was something going on. It was really amazing, but I can't put my.
Well, I don't know. When I went to your outdoor event, it was definitely something that you took part in, and it was you had the whole exercise where we sat down and did a little meditation, and it was awesome. Very, very cool. I loved the music. You said that it's a kind of a Hawaiian blessing that they'll be doing, but I just loved it. It brought me right back to Hawaii. It was just like mahala. I loved it.
Yeah, we really like to throw pieces in that ground you. Like so that's the whole point of having the spiritual part, is you're at a party and then all of a sudden you become aware that you're present.
I loved it, and your mother was actually there, and she did a blessing at the event I was at, and she's awesome too. So that's
Yeah.
your mom too. Then she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, she's kind of awesome. I hope it rubbed off.
It did, definitely. And so I hope you're not, doing away with the outdoor events. Are you going to be having another one soon?
The first or second week of June, we're doing our 1-year anniversary. We're looking for a new outdoor venue, hopefully a little closer to town, and that will be our next outdoor event. I think it's June 11th or 7th. I can't remember the date off the top of my head, honestly, but beginning of June, we will have our 1 year, and we may have a really, really massive headliner, and I can't say the name until we actually put a deposit down, but it's something that the shock and awe factor will have people with their mouths on the floor, not just dropped on the floor.
Well, I loved the lasers that were all over the mountains. It was just so cool to see that kind of an experience anywhere. I mean, especially in Vegas. I'm so Ohio, like the desert is just a whole new experience for me altogether. Still.
Again, with we like that shock and awe thing. Like we're very much community, so people just show up with certain things like fire effects, lasers, and they add to the event. 0 Point Meow, we're gonna have again some really amazing equipment on the floor, so people are gonna walk in and be like, including art cars from Burning Man. The warehouse that we're doing is a fabrication / repair place for art cars, so there's a ton of art, very, very beautiful art from Burning Man that's going to be in the party, and we're
Ooh.
incorporating that into the whole atmosphere and lighting it up. So it's a very unique event that we're throwing. That's really all I can call it, is unique.
Well, I'm really excited about it. I'm definitely going to have to make it over there. And if they want more information on what time is it, first of all?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock this Saturday.
It probably goes till 7 or 8 in the morning, maybe a little bit later, depending on.
It goes
The
till
vibe.
we kick people out.
Okay.
But OurZeroPoint.com, or social media, anything Our 0 Point, and Our is meant to be the community thing. So Our is yours, hers, mine, everyone's.
Hour with an O, people. Hour with an O.
Our. Yeah. So if you search Our 0 Point or 0 Point Festival on Google, you'll find us.
Amazing. And so it's this weekend, this Saturday, 9 until whenever you kick people out, and they can go to Our 0 Point,
Yes.
whatever, something web related.
.com,
Facebook, all of it.
Twitter, Eventbrite.
Awesome. Well, you guys are all over it. I love it.
Yeah.
And what about a survival tip? Either for your event or for Las Vegas in general?
Chapstick and water.
Always.
And lotion. I don't know. We're from Hawaii, so yeah, you gotta stay hydrated here. It's so dry.
If you're actually thirsty, that means you're already dehydrated.
You
You
gotta-
just have to keep drinking.
You gotta keep that pussy wet.
Oh.
With that cat pun there. You gotta keep hydrated and moist.
That's great advice, Michael. I think that's very
That's really my biggest surviving Las Vegas, is drink lots of water, chapstick, and moisturizer, because it's so dry here.
Coconut oil.
Especially coming from tropical places.
awesome. Do you have a survival tip for us, maybe?
Say coconut oil.
Oh, coconut oil. Okay. The coconut. And it's coconut oil for
you eat it, put it on your skin. It's good either way, but it's like one of the best things for you.
I think I'm missing out. I've used vitamin E, but not the coconut oil.
We're total hippies. You gotta try it. It
All
smells
right,
great
I'm
too.
in. I'll try it out. All right, so check it out this Saturday, and I believe we're going to cut to a quick break, but we'll be back in just a second with Urban Turban Restaurant and the owner, Ronaldo, and I'm actually doing a international women's mixer there on Saturday beforehand. So
Oh, yeah?
professional before and then meow afterwards. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, bring the party over.
Well-rounded.
All right, I will. All right, we'll be back in a second, so stay tuned.
You're off.
Well, it's a very subjective subject. I mean, 0 point, I would say that's like that point between that yin, that yang, that point of just absolute, if you're going to say that.
I think one of the other things that really is unique to me about 0 Point Festival is that it's intentional around the idea of creating greater awareness and consciousness. I mean, even the name itself suggests something transcendent of the place that we are now.
All right, what's up, everybody? And we're back again, and this time I've got Ronaldo with me from the Urban Turban Restaurant. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I actually think I may have misspoken previously when I said owner. You're actually the bar manager,
I am
correct?
the bar manager, yes. Urban Turban is owned by Bhushan and Jasmine Aroklar. They're from Mumbai, but they've been living in New Zealand for the past 16 years with their mothership, Urban Turban Restaurant, over there. So they decided to come to America and Vegas and stamp their place here. So.
Well, I'm really excited to check it out this Saturday before I go to the 0 Point Meow event. Maybe you can come over there and check it out afterwards.
If I get off in time, I'm there all the time, but...
well, you heard what time they're closing that event down to.
Well, we'll be closing that place down around like 3 o'clock, so I don't know if they're going to be...
Until 7 or 8 in the morning.
Oh, all right then. Well, then
Maybe
maybe I'll stop by. We'll see what happens.
It's Las Vegas. It's 24-hour time, you know?
That's what I learned about Las Vegas, man. I moved here about 10 months ago, and I'm from New Orleans originally, so that's 24 hours as well. But everything here is so extreme. So
It is. It's very extreme.
yeah. But I love
But
it.
I like it because I'm a Libra, so I kind of find balance in running this way and then going this way and
See,
then
I'm a
coming
Gemini,
back,
so I need to be
coming back to the
stimulated
stability.
at all times. So it's good. It's good.
Awesome. And so, what kind of food is served at Urban Turban?
So Urban Turban, it's Indian food, but it's a little bit updated. They center around like Bombay style street food in a tapas format. But they do have really traditional Indian food as well. The curries are fantastic. My favorite item on the menu is chicken biryani, which is a really traditional dish. I'm also implementing a really nice classic handcrafted cocktail program there. So we're gonna do something that other Indian restaurants aren't doing at all in the city. Really anywhere else you go to other Indian restaurants too. We also have late nights, Fridays and Saturdays with DJs with Warp LV and New Fridays. We're having industry nights for all my industry folk. Come out on Monday nights with DJ Shea Rivera. We got hookahs from Heavenly Hookahs, my girl Deborah Sierras. So we're doing a lot of things over there, and it's really exciting. Food is great. Food speaks for itself.
And so you usually have events like what's going to be going on this Saturday, but a little more DJ related, is that
Right, yeah. So this Saturday is going to be an international like business mixer / celebration of International Ladies Day or Women's Day.
Yeah, I'm actually co-hosting as the International Women's Mixer, I believe, with Mario.
Yeah, with Mario Guadardo. So it's gonna be pretty fun and interesting. There'll be a lot of beautiful women such as yourself, and yeah, we'll have a good night that night.
And it starts at 9?
Starts at 9. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
DJs, Latin music, great drinks, great food, everything. So.
And what time do you close down your kitchen? Do you close the kitchen early, or is it going to be open later? Or?
Yeah. So the full menu closes at 10, but after that we have a limited happy hour menu from 10 till about like 1:30ish, depending how busy it is. If it stays busy, the kitchen will stay open. So.
And you guys have a website?
We do. It's www.urbanturbanlv.com.
And where were you located? I'm not sure.
We're on 3900 Paradise Road, right in between Flamingo and Sands, right next to Tacos and Beer. So.
All right. Well, we just featured them on one of our previous episodes.
Cool,
we did our Surviving Valentine's Day follow-up date.
Oh yeah.
Because we had a dating game on here, and the winners got to go on a date, so they wanted to go to Tacos and Beer.
Not bad.
Yeah. Well, it was Chris Farley. No.
Chris Farley.
Kenneth Massey as Chris Farley, but.
Gotcha. Rest in peace, Chris Farley.
Yes, absolutely. And so what would be your survival tip for Las Vegas?
Eat food, man. You got to eat a breakfast. At least eat breakfast, fruits, veggies, and stay hydrated.
I think that's really important too, because I am cranky if I do not get my breakfast.
And don't get addicted to anything. That's all.
I think that's very true. And I think if you are, then you should find something you love doing more to get away from it.
I agree with you, yes.
I saw Brian Hill, he has the best Google Plus messages all the time, and I was looking on there and he had that post, and I say it all the time, but I didn't realize it was actually a formal quote, so.
Oh yeah, nice. Cool.
All right, great. Well, I'm looking forward to being at the event.
Looking forward to having you.
Any other last messages you want to say?
No, not really. Just come check us out, man. We're doing some exciting things in the city, and hope to see everybody there. So.
Awesome. And have you heard of this band that's going to be playing our last couple minutes of the show?
I have. I've actually seen their cards and their flyers all over the place, so looking forward to hearing them play us out. So.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe they can come perform at Urban Turbans.
I'm thinking
sometime.
so. I'm thinking so for sure.
I mean, Jinxie has this Stalker song that's amazing.
Oh. Is it appropriate? Everything's appropriate.
It's very appropriate.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not for the person that it's written about, because it could be a little awkward if you were the one being spied on through your Facebook. I don't know.
Maybe. They might like it. They might like the attention.
Maybe they would like it. And so, before we wrap up, what about the term "what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas"? What does that mean to you, or what do you think that could be related to anyway?
I don't know. For me, man, I came out here on a whim to work at Dre's nightclub, and I thought I'd be staying here for maybe like the summer or a year, but I think I'm here for the long haul. So I think people just fall in love with the element here. So what happens in Vegas? Maybe your love is in Vegas, and you stay in Vegas and you fall in love. I don't know.
Well, I guess it could mean something different for everyone.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Well, I believe we're going to cut to a quick break here in just a second. So we'll be back in just a few minutes with more from our band, that will be performing a last song before we close things out. So stay tuned. Well, that just about wraps things up for today, folks. But before I go, we've got one last song by the amazing Dirty Fox, and not the three bears, but one bear. Jinxie Bear.
Jinxie Bear.
And where can they go if they want more information about you guys?
JinxieBearMusic.com, or just look up Jinxie Bear Music on Facebook.
All right. And what about you, Dirty
I
Fox?
just have a personal Facebook that I have. Just Facebook.com/Widjam. Just WIJJIAM.
All right. Perfect. And so that term, "what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," it was actually coined by the Las Vegas Convention Authority in 2000 to increase tourism here locally. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what does that mean to you?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Well, I guess it'll stay in Vegas. What about you, Dirty
You have
Fox?
to come to find out.
All right, well, I'll let you guys take it away. But before we go, happy birthday, Owen, and thank you to all my entire tech team, Justin, Laurent, Charles, Rick. You guys are awesome. Thank you, David Tupas, for letting us use your venue, David Tupas Couture and Vegas Life TV. And thank you to everyone that was a part of the show today. All right, take it away, guys.
Thank you.